So you've sort of seen and done it all, I think it's fair to say, but you're actually in a really good place now with the dogs, aren't you? Obviously, we've mentioned that Romford is reopening. It's going to be fantastic here at the weekends, and you are working for a bookmaker here at weekends and punting during the week. Does that suit you?
Yeah, it does, and then I get out and have a game of golf as well during the week, so it's not bad, you know, and through one way or another, I've got a mortgage-free bungalow, you know, that's worth a few quid, and I'm sort of financially reasonably sound.
And really, that's all come from dogs, one way and another.
Well, in one way, yeah. Another way, it was my poor old dad passing away and leaving me a few quid.
Okay.
So, no, he'd laugh about it up there. So, but that was another way. Because he always used to say to me, Fredo, that's my nickname, Fredo, I don't know how you've done it, but you've been a bum all your life, he said, and I look around and you've done all right for yourself. And I used to say, I don't know how it happened, Dad. You know, like.
Well, you have sort of always done what you've enjoyed, haven't you?
I have, yeah. I mean, I enjoyed being a rep on the road. I enjoyed that, going out and doing that, and I was good at it. And but then when I got into Greyhounds, you know, I found that I was good at that as well, and I really enjoyed it. And my mates were all sort of working uptown, and they was getting bundles of money, and I think when I started at Dorian Boyce, I think I was getting 40 quid a week, you know, and like I was sort of thinking like my mates are getting like hundreds of pounds, and they was sort of going out, and I was sort of going to dogs and all that, you know, and it didn't matter to me, and they was all really jealous of me, and they all said, you've got a job you enjoy, and it does mean a lot. And now I enjoy the bookmaking side. I'd love to be standing up for myself again, you know, doing it myself.
Is that on the cards?
Could be, yeah. You never know what's around the corner, do you? You know, you never know. Sometimes things come along.
Is your heart up to it?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. That's all that's up to it. That's about all it is up to. Yeah, no, I'd like to get back in that side, but at the moment I'm enjoying what I'm doing. Me and Steve have got a really, really good relationship, like work-wise. You know, I'm on there sort of Betfair, doing all the Betfair part for him, and I sort of letting him know what's going on, and he'll play this and play that on the board, and I'll say we can have this, you can have that, you can lay that, and it's really good, you know, and like I know exactly what he wants to lay, and so I'll be laying it while he's laying as well, and it's good. So
we talked about your successes. What's been your worst losing night ever?
Done like just over 10 grand one night at Sittingbourne, 10 races, every favourite won, and I think I got out cheap because like it averaged out to losing like £1,000 a race. But you know, when you sort of like do that sort of money and every favourite's won, you're happy in one way because that's all you've done. But in another way, you want to sort of stop on the Midway Bridge and jump off.
Gosh.
But it happens, you know. That was on a Sunday night, and then the Thursday night, I think I went there and won 2 grand, and then the next Saturday I won 3 grand, and the next Sunday I won 5 grand. So it was all back again, like within a week. It was all back, sort of thing, you know. But some of the nights at Sittingbourne on the Sunday night, you took phenomenal money, but it was hard to keep it.
Here at Romford, particularly, I think you get some real shrewd punters. Are there any that you try to avoid, or will you lay anyone?
If you can get a price back and edge it back on the machine, they can have what they like, because you know people want cash. Cash is king, and so like I said earlier, it's Betfair does dictate to what you can lay a little bit, and it's like if you can lay someone evens and have 5 to 4 back, they can have an even grand because you can have like 500 to 4 back and you've sort of only laid it for a monkey. Do you know what I mean? You can edge around it, but. It's not like it used to be. It's not like it used to be, the game. It's all really is dictated by Betfair.
But you don't have to take such big risks either, do you?
You don't have to take big risks, and you can also, where there's such sort of little money in the game, in the ring now as what it used to be, you can make it up on Betfair. So you can sort of, to a certain extent, make a book until the prices go silly on Betfair. You can try and lay a few dogs in a race. I mean, most of the time you're laying 1 or 2 dogs and you're there to be shot at. And then 1 or 2 dogs are invariably first or second favourite, and they're favourites for a reason. So it's not, everyone thinks, oh, it's easy bookmaking, you know, you get fortunes out of it, but believe me, it ain't. It's definitely not.
I think it's fair to say now you're a Romford specialist and you're punting during the week. Are you struggling to get bets on this? This is something I hear a lot about from a lot of my colleagues who are better tipsters than me. Is it a real problem?
I can't get on with Bet365. They banned me 3 years ago. Betfair Sportsbook, they let me bet to win up to £50. That's it. Sometimes they let me have a little bit more, but if I put a bet on, they'll let me have to win up to £50. I'll try and put more on, but they won't. They give me the big red thing comes up and knock me back. If I want to have doubles and trebles and all that, they'll let me have. Sometimes they let me have £4 doubles and trebles sportsbook. It's crazy, but all I want is the early prices. I just want their mistakes, and they make so many because I haven't got any odds compilers. I just go by the Racing Post, and I look at it, and they're putting dogs in, and they're absolutely miles out. And they go by the Racing Post, and so I just sort of feed off of them and have like doubles and trebles. Then they stop the doubles and trebles, so now I have to have trebles and an accumulator. So I have to now have 4 dogs and pick out 3 and 4 to get on, sort of thing. So,
Amazing. You must have met so many fascinating people working in the betting ring over the years, and have so many stories. Any in particular that stand out that you can tell us? You must have had a lot of laughs.
We've had a lot of laughs. I mean, we used to have a lot of laughs at Sittingbourne. I once bought a bugle at Sittingbourne at the boot sale. I bought a bugle, and we was there betting one Sunday night on the open race meeting, and they'd all plunged in on the first race, and the dog got beat. And I took a few quid out of him. It was a big liability, and they're all sat up in the stand looking down. And I got the bugle out, and I've gone, and I'm playing this bugle, and they're all laughing. And the next race, they've come down and they've battered me. So I'm going, got the bugle out, I'm going, trying to play the last post, and they're all laughing. Right, so it went on, the winning race, the bugle will be out. Anyway, next meeting, maybe 2 meetings or whatever went on, and the bugles come out, and they're all having the crack and all that. And then we get there one Sunday, and Paul Vincent, big punter over there, and Johnny Reid, JR, he passed away a little while ago, big punter there. They was always up there in the crowd, and they shouted out, "Hey Dave!" And I looked up, and they said, "We've got something for you." And about 4 of them stood up, and they've got hunting horns, bugles, trumpets, trombones, and they're all playing it up in the stand. Everyone's come out to see what the commotion is. Roger Kearnson's come out, and he's looking, he's laughing, and the place was mad. And people used to come from miles around for the Sunday evening entertainment there, and it was fantastic. It was just great. And so, you know, that was sort of one funny thing I remember. Another thing I remember was when Vinnie Jones, he used to come there a lot. We used to sort of like lay him all the time, his bets, and Smoking Bullet won the Derby, and he was in the ring, and it was great. And McCririck was there, and McCririck was there on the mic, on the open air mic, and he was doing the commentating and all that, and the price was 10 to 11 Smoking Bullet. And he's going, "These bookmakers," he said, "they're running scared." He said, "Look, 10 to 11. He said, "None of them have got the bottle to go evens." And so I looked up and I said, and I swear to you on my kid's life, I said, "Oi, McCririck, this is our ring." I said, "Here, who wants evens?" "He's got evens." There was a pile. Everyone, I said, "You're all on." So we've laid it in evens. The clerk's going, "It's in for £4,000. He's going to say, "All done, lads." That's it, like that. And I said, "All done, lad." And so most of them got on. So we're gone 10 to 11. So McCririck's gone. The other 2 didn't move the book. Didn't move. McCririck's gone, "Look, he's lost his bottle. He's said he's odds on again." I said, "Oh, I told you once, McCririck." I said, "Who wants the even? Put the evens back up." They're all back in. Obviously, the dog won. The dog won in a photo finish, and cost us a chunk. But
You've been quite unlucky in photo finishes.
Oh, I never win a photo finish. I'll tell you, if I win 2 out of 10, I'm lucky. I really am.
So you had to pay out a lot that night.
Yeah, it was quite. That was quite an expensive one, just for a bit of banter with McCririck. But you know, that's the game. It's good.
Yeah.
You know, and like punters went home happy, we went home sad. But you know, that's the game.
So, spectator, owner, kennel hand, headman, trainer, bookmaker, punter. Which has been your favourite role in dogs?
Favourite? You cannot beat, personally, you cannot beat laying an odds-on shot and getting it beat, as Roger Barton was just walked by would tell you. Is that right, Roger?
That's very true. There's nothing better.
When you get one beat. As an owner, there's nothing better than seeing your own dog win. As a breeder, there's nothing better than having one you bred win, whether it's for yourself or someone else. And as a punter, there's nothing better than drawing off of people like Mr. Barton and drawing a few quid and saying, "Thank you, Roger," and putting the money in your pocket. So it really depends on on what they're all great, you know.
So you've loved it all. Is there anything you would change about your life?
There's obviously things you change about it. I mean, but no, I've had a pretty good life, really. I'm getting old now. I'd like to have another lifetime what I've had and know what I was doing, but everyone says that, you know, and I'm sure I'd have as much money as Roger Barton would, but but that'll never happen. But no, I've enjoyed it. And I love being involved with the bookmakers. And down here at Romford, you only got to go on the Facebook sites and listen to people talking, and they'll all say what a great place Romford is. The bookmakers lay here, and this and that, and it's great fun in the ring, and there's lots of banter, and you know, and so on. And that's what people want, and that's what will get this place with. I mean, Corals, I think what they've done is fantastic. I mean, we could have had no dog racing. Let's be fair. They could have said, no, we're selling up. There's all these chimney pots around. We'll sell it as building land. But they've been fantastic to everybody. And I think everybody's got behind it. And the bookmakers certainly have. I mean, it's been really, really hard for the bookmakers here. You know, it really has been hard. And now, hopefully, they sort of get a bit of just rewards. And I hope the track does, because they've spent a lot of money refurbishing it. It looks really nice. It's never going to be like the other stand was, that sort of size. It's a smaller operation, but we're here dog racing still. So that's it, really.
I certainly think it's onwards and upwards for Romford. It's been a pleasure talking to you, and I wish you all the best with the new Romford and your bookmaking and punting career to continue successfully. Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you. Cheers.